My perspective in the between like 10 minutes and 20 minutes on the Wraith King, and then the anti-mage's perspective, to see like what he did that I should be doing, especially on
Uh-huh.
anti-mage. And then game two, kind of like the um, like 10 to 30 minute section as well.
Yeah. All right. Uh, let's see. Shit. I need to switch accounts real quick because that's where I have this shit.
Gotcha. And then you just want to like
Um,
screen share something.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just give me a few seconds. All right, I'm logging into the other account right now.
Cool beans. What's your
See,
what MMR is your, or what immortal rank is your Smurf at? Is it just as high as your main?
nah, it's really. I hardly play on it. It's like 300. I always
Gotcha.
was planning on playing on it because of the new patch. I just want to try things. So,
Yeah.
all right. Let's see here. All right, let me know if you see it.
All right. We are up and running.
All right, let's see here. Game.
I think you played Magnus. Yeah, there
Right
it
here, right
is.
here, yeah. All right.
The I think the enchant AM lane is absolutely broken.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough, but there's definitely ways to play around it.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, so for the first, you said for the first what 10 to
Like 10 to
or
20 minute section of the
okay,
game, in this game, because I think that's when I should have been making moves to like put pressure, because we were realizing we were gonna have a severe anti-mage problem, and I kind of was like, I'm close to Radiance. Let me just like
yeah, yeah.
finish that.
All right. Okay. First things first. So so this game you are planning to go Radiance, right? So
Yeah.
just wondering, I'm not sure if you realize. So if you're gonna be farming the entire game for Radiance, wouldn't it just be better to have treads instead of phase?
Do treads give more DPS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does by quite a bit. I mean, the movement speed is nice for moving camp to camp, but for the most part, you're just going to be using skeletons to push out lanes, right? And you're
Yeah.
just going to be in like a concentrated part of the map farming jungle creeps while
Oh,
your skeletons do whatever in lane, right?
yeah.
So it's definitely a lot better if you're planning to just farm for the majority part of the game. Uh, Treads do give more DPS, or it is better for farming as well.
Okay.
All right, so here you pushing out top wave, no problem with that. You should be doing. I would probably send out skeletons for this cart wave, not let your cart die so easily, because with that, if you can push the wave here, then it's gonna be really obvious. So let's say they're gonna try to have your tier 1 tower top, right?
Yeah.
So if you can like push the wave as much as you can before they try to go for that tier 1, then you have like a bunch of time to farm the jungle, right?
Okay.
Since this tower is gonna be down, they're gonna be low, they're gonna try to rotate, right? To push it out since you're just sending skeletons at it and there's a siege creep, right?
Yeah.
So now it's obvious where they are on the map. They're probably going to send a support there or whatever, right? And so their next plan of action is just to take control of this area. Instead, what could happen is they just send Beastmaster here. This isn't being pushed at all, and their supports could just smoke around here and find you or whatever. Right?
Okay.
So it's best if there's any point of the game where you could just push a tower and force reactions from a support or even more than that, then it's going to be really easy for you to evade ganks because obviously what the enemy team is trying to do is just cancel your radiance, right?
Yeah.
Because like skeletons is useful for like farming jungle, but you already are so useless as a wraith king without radiance, right?
Yeah.
The next best thing you can do is just help your team out by pushing waves. So like
Okay.
if you let this Beastmaster get top tier 1 for free, guess what he's gonna do next to your dire jungle? He's just gonna put Hawks over, take control of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's better
So
to push the wave with the skeletons than string them through the jungle like this.
yeah.
Because I think I think you actually get more net worth by stringing the skeletons through the jungle, but I guess you don't have as much
Yeah,
map
it's
pressure.
just one of those things. It's like it's even though you're just trying to maximize like your efficiency way too much,
Okay.
it's just it's one of those things where short term it's good, but long term if your top tier 1 tower goes down just like this, you don't have any skeletons to defend. Long term you're not going to have this area to farm right here. Like this jungle camp is going to be blocked out since this tower's gone.
Yeah.
Same with this one, right?
Okay.
Simply because this tier 1 tower is gone, you don't have skeletons to defend this, right?
Yeah.
Even though you guys probably do kill this guy here, this already took way too much damage than it needed to be.
Mhm.
It could have been completely because like Beastmaster doesn't kill skeletons, right?
No.
Not really, right? So he probably needs like Rubik to be there, and Rubik
It takes
since he
Rubik two
since
two
yeah
fade bolts to kill it.
yeah. So and since he didn't see any skeletons, he didn't feel like he needed to push out. He just made other plays on the map, and Beastmaster can do whatever the fuck he wants top lane.
Okay.
So it's really, really important, especially now that this tier 1 is like pretty much tier 1 safe lane towers are just way too important, mostly because of outposts and just keeping this area alive, right? This is going to be your main farming area as a raid.
Yeah.
Since you have reincarnation, it doesn't really matter if they gank you. Your teammates could just TP the shrine and uh, fight them or whatever. But if they take this tier 1, they get control of this, they can ward here, then gank you and a bunch of other shit.
Okay.
So really important. I think in this game, always use your skeletons to push out top lane. Yeah, you guys do kill this guy, but like I said, next time he's alive, the tier 1 tower is gonna go down, and at the end of the day,
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
so you get your relic. Go farming near the area. It's fine. I guess good thing a bit of a skeleton went over here.
Yeah, they split.
I think okay, so definitely at this point. So you see Beastmaster respawning, he didn't immediately TP to top wave. What could that mean?
He's probably ganking somewhere else on the map.
He's ganking somewhere else on the map. And so that also means that his teammates are somewhere else on the map too, right?
Yeah.
So that also means that you're free to hit this tier 1 as much as you want, right?
Yeah.
Because this is still free net worth on the map. This is just still free, free space for you to take, right?
And then
It said
they all
yeah,
show. Yeah.
and
So
they're all showing. like even before you could have anticipated just because Beastmaster didn't TP top, or he actually wasted his TP from here, right? So he couldn't just walk top lane.
Yeah.
He probably just like walk bottom lane or whatever, right? So you could have just known and you just hit this tower for free and push this out because generally still lane creeps are much better to farm than jungle creeps in general, right? You're
Yeah.
still trying to get your level 20 talent as fast as you can this game against an AM, right?
Mhm.
So it's really good to get as much XP as possible you can. But like right here, instead of getting that tower, you're just farming small cap, right? This doesn't really help out that much.
Okay.
But then now you realize this, come in. But if you realized it earlier, that's definitely a free tier
Yeah, I
tower
already have it.
for you, and they didn't get the deny, right?
Yeah.
That's still gold for AM getting the deny, right? So probably at this point, nice TP out. All right, so here at this point, like I said, it's just another one of those things where the enemy made a play bottom, didn't get a tier 1 tower. So naturally, they're just going to go top and try to get the area, right? Since they just took your tier 1, right?
Yeah.
So that's just what generally any team wants to do from both sides. So, like I said, Radiant side, take this tier 1 tower, can take control of this area, right? That's what we want to do. Me as Magnus, I'm just going to farm this area. While AM just fucks around, farms this area, pushes out mid, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Same with Dire side. Takes this tower, push out, right? So I'd say at this point of the game, you want to be doing exactly the same thing, right? Immediately when you TP bottom, you go bottom tier 1 and try to push it, right? Try to level out the playing field because you guys are just playing from one tier 1 that's down, right?
Yeah.
They have way more map controls right now than you guys do. Like if you look at your map, it's really really limited, right?
We've
It's
like
only on this side.
yeah.
This is the only map you guys have. This is just a result of no tier 1 towers being taken at the right time, right? So you have your radiance, you got it really fast, really quickly. So now you have to do something with it, right?
Yeah.
You have to, at this point, you realize they're going to take control of top, so you guys go bottom and immediately take that area, right? Because
Okay.
the more time you spend farming this tri camp, the more time AM has to farm this area without contention. Because, like I said, if you guys don't decide to take any objectives, then we just won't fight. We'll just let our AM farm within power, right?
Yeah.
Like we want to not take any fights because we outscale you guys much harder, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yep.
Uh, so if you guys don't force any objectives with your power spike, aka your radiance, we're completely fine with that. We're completely farming like right now 75% of the map on
Yeah.
our AM.
Yeah. And you have two.
So this situation is really really good for us. So that yeah, that's why it was really important. Once you get your item that makes you strong, you just go ahead and take objectives for it with it. So this would be bottom tier 1.
All right.
Immediately take over that area because it's still good for you, right? You take bottom tier 1, now you have bottom side to farm, and you kind of just chill there, and then you TP to fights, right?
Whereas I get owned by this ancient creep camp.
Yeah, and then you get owned by the ancient crew because unfortunately radiance doesn't affect
I
them.
can't kill him.
Yeah. The same thing also happens here, right? Your teammates are forced to play in the area they can only play, right? They can't play bottom because
Yeah.
there's no play bottom instead except for taking the tower, right? But they can't take the tower. They have an OD Lich Doom, right? Those heroes don't take towers. It's all up to you.
Okay.
So the only thing they are left to do is just to play in this area, try to regain. They're trying to regain control of this area, right? That's what they're trying to do.
Mhm.
It's really hard since this is on high ground. This could be water. We're just waiting here, right? So it's incredibly hard for your team to play in any area of the map that isn't this, and this is incredibly inefficient.
Okay.
That's why it's like I said, I'm just emphasizing this is really, really important for you to take as soon as you can.
All right.
Because if you don't, it leads to fights like these, because that's the only thing your team can do. is take these very unfortunate fights mid lane. Even though it did look like it went well, for the most part, AM didn't die, Magnus didn't die.
Yeah, your 2 cores didn't die, whereas
Yeah,
we had 2 cores that did die.
yeah. And see, it's the same thing here. You're still on a tri-camp, and
It could be bottom.
this is where I just decide to take this tower, right? I say you're not doing anything. I'm just hitting this tower,
Yeah.
you know? And now our next plan is to take top tier 1 and just gain control of the rest of the map, right? So at this point, you do decide to take it, but it's now a little bit too late, and you know they're farmed enough that they can fight and take objectives elsewhere. Let's see here.
Anti-mage is out of control. Okay, can we go look at anti-mage's perspective between like this 10-minute mark?
Yeah. 10-minute mark. So
yeah, starting after the lane. Yeah, right here is good.
All right. So I just imagine he's just chilling, gonna kill the cart wave, immediately hit camps, quick stack. So pretty much at this point, you're just gonna stay bottom lane. So they're either trying to make a rotation, kill Doom.
Double kill.
So yeah, he just pushes the lane out, like push the lane out as much as you can,
And then go hit jungle creeps.
and go hit jungle creeps, right?
Yeah.
Because you know you can't really lane passively, or I don't know if passively is the right word. Just being in the lane when Doom is alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he has Doom up, it's just way too risky, right?
Yeah.
So you just hit jungle creeps. He sees Doom, pushes it out. But you know, since they have Shrine Vision, they're not too scared. They just go on him. You know, immediately push it out. Jungle creeps again. It's just a rinse and repeat at this point, right?
Yeah.
And you know, my supports realize this. They know they can just kill Doom every single time this happens. He gets Battle Fury. Now he can farm Ancient Camps, right? So as soon as he gets Battle Fury, he farms Ancient Camps because Ancient Camps still very good, provide a lot of gold, and if you get Battle Fury, you know, you go straight to them, right? There's
Yeah.
no point in farming lane creeps anymore.
Okay, so then he makes rotation top.
Yeah, so this is just another one of those things. So he makes a rotation top because he knows this is the area he's going to be playing next, right?
Yeah.
Our team is going to be centered in mid focus, getting that mid tier 1, then probably going top tier 1. But if we're currently mid, station mid, AM can help, you know, just boost the push eventually to top, right? By denying this tower and you know just keeping top wave at a certain point, so it's not all the way here by the time we decide to push it, right?
Yeah.
Because that would give you guys a lot of time to respond and farm to this top tier 1 push, right?
Okay.
So that's why he's here. He's trying to alleviate, you know, the situation top and try to make it preferably over here. But for the most part, it's going to be like around here because you're going to be pushing with skeletons, right? It's also, he also realizes that you're going to be pushing it with skeletons. So what you should be doing,
Yeah.
and he, you know, since he has Battle Fury, now it's his job to clear the skeletons, not Rubik's,
Mm-hmm.
or etc. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why he TP's top lane, for those two reasons. What I just said. So he farms his hard camp because he can. Then blinks here, or just walks here. Yeah, blinks, push it out, alleviate. So now, since he did this, we just go top here, and the wave's right here, right? So it's really easy for us to push now.
Yeah.
And now we can take control of this area. And since he did that, he created essentially space for himself. And since you know, top tier 1's gone, he has his whole area to farm and mid to push out. So
Okay. I think.
And now he can farm right. He can like just farm near the mid tiers. He's just farming underwards essentially, right?
Yeah.
So he's just farming these two camps because he can, and then pushing out mid whenever he can, right? It's still a little greedy with the Magnus AM matchup, but you know, it works out.
Yeah. I mean, our lineup is also equally greedy with Wraith King OD.
Yeah, that's true. So
And then this game's 100% out of control at this point.
yeah.
All right, I think we're good to move on to, or I'm good to move on to game 2.
All right, let's go. Let's see here.
Game 2 was a lot of fun.
The game 2 was definitely it was definitely a shit show. Yeah, definitely a lot of shit going on.
What were your guys' comms like?
I think it was fucking hectic. I was fucking griefing the entire game.
Yeah.
I was laughing the entire time.
We
It's just I don't know, Morphling. I just love playing that hero. It's just
I'm so bad at
fun.
Morphling. I can't play that hero.
Yeah, it's definitely requires just a lot of it's just one of those games that you just get better just by grinding out the hero, right? It's a lot about knowing your limits or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But all right, so 10-minute mark to your hero or
my hero? Yeah.
All right. See here. I think still generally the build here was on lifesteal was so especially here in this game.
I should have gone Maelstrom for sure.
Yeah, Maelstrom for sure. Yeah,
I realized that as soon as the game ended. I was like, you know what? Everybody on lifesteal is going Maelstrom. Why didn't I build it?
That's true, right? And then the next item would be, Halberd, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna go E-Blade against you, right? You have
Rage.
You have Rage, right?
And Infest.
So I'm just and Infest. So I just build right click and then you build Halberd. And even though I am gonna get a link into this game, you could always pop it, or someone else is gonna pop it.
Yeah,
the extra evasion is pretty good.
Okay.
And most of these heroes, Nature's Prophet, late game, still very right click centric. Same with Puck, currently with the with this patch, phase attack.
Yeah.
Tiny, same thing. So Halberd would have been really good this game. Maelstrom, just tank up. And lifesteal amp from San just works really well on your hero. So
I guess my question, if we back up a half second.
Yeah.
We had my team took that fight top. I'm curious if I should be TPing into that because I can help. Because I feel strong at this point. I mean, I guess I don't have my halberd or my armlet yet, but like I feel like you want to kind of make that rotation to pressure the enemy carry around this like 11-minute mark if you can. And when we rotate up, like Anchor and everybody's there, I feel like if we bring +1 more number, like it goes better. Instead of, because I can farm bottom and just shove waves and go jungle like super easy, but I'm curious if it's worth it for me to show up to that, because instead we end up losing the fight.
Did you guys lose the fight?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It was at like 10:30.
Huh. Okay, so yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, you definitely should take the star. It's completely free, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, I would have probably made the rotation top, clear out this creep wave. I remember this. My puck player got a.
Had to drop the easy. Had to drop the easy.
But generally after taking the tower was good, but you should have probably TP top immediately as soon as the thing was over, because you also took a lot of unnecessary tower hits. That was unable or that was preventing you from making any rotation.
Yeah.
So not a huge thing, but overall it could have been played better. You took the tower, which was, like I said, good, but your next thing to do isn't going to be hit this hard camp or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because if you took this tower, that's what you're naturally going to do next, right? But I think immediately, like I said, after taking the tower, just TP top.
Okay.
But right now I would probably just walk up. I believe you do. Yeah, and that was pretty simple. You're kind of just strong. You have armlet. Just hit this tower. Small camp. All right, so I think you're definitely playing way too scared.
I was very scared of you.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at my eyes, I only had this, or I had lifesteal, and I only get a 15%, and I have 580 HP, right?
Yeah.
While yours is max health, 3. I suppose.
It's really not that much lifesteal when you're fully agimorphed.
I suppose, yeah, but I don't think you should have been outtraded with armlet. I don't think.
Yeah.
And even if things do go bad, you could always infest, right? But anytime you just let me free farm, like in ways like these, where I don't want to join fights yet, then it's really good for me and really bad for you, right? Because like I said, I'm getting complete free farm over this top area. Even after you took the tier 1, you're not taking advantage of the area, even after you went there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see this rotation here.
I thought this fight was gonna be bigger, and I show up and it's over.
This isn't the worst thing. I think you could definitely apply a little bit. I think at this point, see, if you TP mid, it's really awkward for you to run back to top, right? It just makes that TP a complete waste of time, right? So even if a big team fight did happen or not, if you TP to mid, you generally just want to use the max, the most you can use out of that TP, right? So what you want to be doing is push out this wave and then hit this tower, right?
Yeah.
So what can they do? You have coiling blade, you can't get trapped, you can't get coiled. Tiny doesn't have blink yet. He's really poor. There's no way you die. Absolutely no way. Okay. You can just hit this tower for free, and I mean, probably from experience how important the mid tier 1 is, right?
Yeah, it's like the most important tower in the game.
Yeah, so if you just make this rotation top and run back top, it's just really awkward, not very efficient. And the same thing happens probably mid, right? There's going to be a mid fight, you probably TP to it. And since you didn't apply any pressure before, it might go probably badly in your way. We'll see. The same thing happens here, right? It's literally
you show up and I just run away.
Yeah, it's just a complete redux of what happened the last 2 minutes ago. I show up, you run away, you feel scared. I mean, this I can't really tell you much. I'm just probably from experience that you could have just laned. There's no way. I mean, just from the fact that there's no way I can kill you is good enough for you to stay in lane. But aside from that, if there was a point where if me as Morphling were like completely out of control free farm and you actually couldn't lane, then this is where TPing to mid could be useful, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm just chilling top, right? So you just hit mid tower, there's no way you die, you just rage out of there. If I do decide to TP, and then you just farm the other sides on the map where I'm not at, right?
Yeah.
So that would be the way to play it. But the way you played it where you're kind of scared, you're just farm the top side of the map is you know, it's just not great for your game.
Kind of a curious play. We were like, did he just forget to morph?
I was laughing so much at that point.
Just walked up
Oh,
and
dude,
died.
I own this here. I own the Morphling here for sure. So, you know, hit mid tower.
I could have done this in my first rotation. I went mid, but
Yeah, exactly, right?
yeah,
That's what you should have been doing, you know, slightly pressuring the towers. There's no way they can kill you, right? This is why it's really good life stealer game. There's just absolutely no way you can get killed until Puckett tags, and then again, you just man fight your ground.
yeah,
So, see, this is just another big, huge thing. So, the best thing with Lifestealer about his kit, right? Especially in these games, like I already stated, is there's no way you can die. So that means you can take as much aggressive farm as you can get, right?
yeah.
That's what you want to be doing. You're playing aggressively, forcing rotations, TPing out when they do rotations, and rinse and repeat, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want to be doing. You know, allowing for your invoker, for your teammates to set up on these other parts of the map, or maybe they just smoke behind you and know they're going to try to go on you and then take this tower, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like every single time that this tier one is taken, you know, it should naturally progress to, you know, this way being pushed and then you just farming around this area, right?
Okay.
And then you just being a complete man, you know, push it in until this tower goes down. And then just like that, you guys have Roche control with this tower also down, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, if I come up, I'm super farmed, you take the mid tier one, and then you just push it in like a man here, try to regain control of this area. But this is what you're mainly trying to do, especially with Odessa, right? You want to take control of this area, eventually go Roche, get some pickoffs, and just farm your lead, wait from up to there, right? Because I'd say you guys probably scale better this game. I'd say, not completely sure, but you know, it's really important that Invoker has places of you know, play, right? Because Invoker can't really show into waves and farm it, right? He
Yeah.
wants to make plays, and he wants to make plays around his core, right? Because you're the only source of damage. You know, Underlord doesn't deal damage, Rubik doesn't, Winter Wyvern does. So the only way Invoker is going to get kills is if you play aggressively and they force rotations on you, right? And that would be an easy team fight because generally when you taking over an area, there's going to be wards and it would be really advantageous.
Okay.
So, like I said, really important when you're on these unkillable heroes that you take all the aggressive farm that you can and play like a man.
Okay.
So, this is fine showing up. Really weird fight though. Unfortunate armlet toggling, I think.
Yeah.
But so this is just a result of showing up to these awkward fights. It's just not when you take these fights, it's not a fight you want, right? You want to be fighting under vision, right? And that could have been accomplished with you pushing top weight, getting vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you want to be doing on these very strong heroes. You don't want to be, you know, playing passively and then showing up to fights when you can't, right? That's reserved for other heroes like let's say, I don't know, my hero, for example, or even Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is a perfect example. Super easy, doesn't have any escape spells, super easy to kill, and only shows up to these fights, right? She just farms jungle camps and pushes out waves with her E.
Yeah.
With you, you could just show up, top lane, be a man, force rotations, and get some plays. Yeah. So
Okay.
All right, same thing here. I get, or actually, I want to hear why did you decide to TP here and push out this wave?
Um, I think I TP'd bottom because top wave is already shoved all the way into the tier 2. And I can do this and then rotate to ancients.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's why I went here instead of top.
Okay, so generally the problem is, especially since you TP'd here, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck down here, right? And it's very obvious to our team. So if we see you down here, then what do? We just take control of our ancient camp and then just take control of top again, right?
Yeah.
We just farm there. And I just farm there. And I get items since I already feeding like a maniac. And I literally I think all I did since you guys didn't pressure was I just farmed this area and then top
Yeah.
constantly, right? Since you guys weren't making any rotation, and we already did want to play bottom because if you think about it, dire side, we're not going to be trying to get this tower, right? Like getting this through this entire area just for this tower,
Uh-huh.
right? We're just going to naturally progress to bottom here and try to get control of this area, right?
Yeah.
So I think what soon you're gonna realize, shit, I can only push out this wave, get the ancient, and then get the fuck out of there, right? You can't do much more than that.
Uh-huh.
Your hero doesn't, although your hero still does scale, is you already hit a very powerful point. You know, anything you get after Deso Armlet or even Maelstrom Halberd Basher, you know, life there isn't much to life stealer after than that.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you push your strengths out as fast as you can, right? Because your team realizes like Invoker goes there to push out top, and your team is playing top, right? So anything that happens top lane, because you showed bottom, is on you, right? Because that's what you decided to do. And
Okay.
so if your teammates die, you realize this, oh shit, there's an undying. My teammate's probably gonna take over top area. There's gonna be a fight breaking out. Just go over there. But the main idea of this is you pushing out bottom didn't really accomplish anything, right?
Yeah.
It was just you to get a few extra creeps in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the same thing could have happened top lane. You know, there's a bunch of camps to farm there, but at the same time, you're pushing the objective, you're forcing fights, and you're trying to close this game out, right? Because Invoker with the Wex build doesn't really scale very well. Same with Thunderlord.
The classic
So now,
Glimmer Cape.
yeah.
I got bursted here. I didn't press the old rage ability. I could have pressed it, and I didn't. Could have had
Yeah.
armlet on as well. There's no reason for me to die there, and I do.
Yeah, so like I said, this is still all a result. So you see how the wave is like here, right?
Yeah.
So we probably have vision of this fight, or you guys have no vision of this fight since we probably de-warded all your wards, right? So you're just essentially fighting into no vision under a shrine.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a really good fight for us, all because
Top wave's not
you
shut.
guys, yeah, top is not shoved, and you guys still had the idea, like you guys want to fight top lane. That's where you want to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you guys realized it too late. There wasn't any natural progression towards it, like taking top tier 1 and then staying there, or taking mid tower and then going back in. There was all of these roadblocks in the way where you TP'd bottom, right, or you played way more passively than you should have against the Morphling in lane.
Yeah.
So all of these things happen, eventually lead up to me getting really farmed with a really shitty game, and you dying randomly because you wanted to show up to these fights, right?
Yeah.
So game is kind of a rough point. You guys just died, pretty much.
Game's even again.
Yeah. ults are being used with nothing being done. So yeah, next best thing, probably farm this camp. Then I guess pushing on mid is fine too. It's a free kill, you have a sentry there, realize that, and go on the Undying. So now we're back to, we're back from the start, right? You guys are trying to do the same thing again. Go back here.
We only get 1 kill out of that, I believe.
Interesting engagement there. I mean, nothing else really to be said about that one. It's kind of a weird fight to take.
We give
But,
up top control though
yeah.
for all of us TPing there again.
Yeah, and then it's literally, so you see how the same thing has happened like 5 times in this game, where you guys just give up top repeatedly, and the same thing is gonna happen over and over again, simply because no one's playing man enough to stay there.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty crazy that even though this fight is like pretty shit for us, but the fact that we're even able to take this fight 25 minutes in at your rooms is already really good for us, because that means we have roast control, we have mid control, and bottom control is all us, because Puck is just pushing it out all the time.
Yeah, you can just see where the lanes are right now. They're all on our half the map.
Yeah, exactly, right? You guys are not really winning at any side of the map.
Okay.
And the rest of the game is just gonna be like this, right? Where you guys try to take cop control, you guys eventually get Roshan, etc.
Yeah.
So same thing happens here. Hopefully this time it works out. Looks like with Puck down, we don't decide to defend top, and it's gonna be a free tower. So now, next best thing, you constantly push that top, stay in the area mid. You run here. Get the tiny.
The good old. This was a throw on my part, for sure.
Shit, you're going in for Imperium.
Yeah, and then you TP back, and I die. The good old 2 glimmer caves. I didn't have any detection.
Yeah. And unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah. And all of this happened. So if you just look at my hero, what I was doing, since you guys never, applied any pressure to any of our towers, this is what I've just been doing. I got bottom control of the map. I just pushed this out, and the only reason I was able to get Raxes was because you guys only took the mid engagement when I was already farmed and was able to take the fights, right?
Yeah.
So this worked out perfectly for me. I just clicked bottom lane and just hit these towers, and I just got racks for free.
Yeah.
So really ideal for me, and not so great for you guys. So also, I think ideally your build on Lifestealer this game would have probably went along the lines of so first, definitely get Maelstrom, Howard next for sure. Abyssal Blade, and then I think this game definitely requires a Bloodthorn. Did you go Bloodthorn this game? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. It was like my last item though.
Yeah. So as long as you recognize that there's no problems with your item build here, except for the part you did went Arm of Death, so that was unfortunate.
Yeah, no, I played a bunch of Lifestealer pubs this week, and
Yeah.
I think I got the build figured out. I definitely know a couple games I absolutely slaughtered the lane, and I was like, all right, let's just go straight Maelstrom. That or Mjolnir. That is definitely not the build.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to go straight Mjolnir
Yeah.
since it's literally you can't kill people generally with just straight Mjolnir since there's just no way you're gonna be right clicking. There's no way you're gonna be right clicking people to death with a Mjolnir,
Yeah,
right? They
yeah,
just walk out of the way since Mjolnir doesn't really provide any real damage, all based on your attack speed, and
right.
by that point of the game, it's just you don't do any attack damage. It's just attack speed,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's all how lucky you are. But uh, game is still winnable at this point of the game. It's still even.
I mean, we've had a net worth lead the entire game so far,
Yeah,
even with our mistakes.
that's true. All right.
I think that's about it. You're like lagging out right now.
Am I?
The game audio's having issues.
See, is it still having issues?
I think it's a Discord thing. Here, let's call back.
All right. Call back. All right.
All right.
Everything good now?
Yeah,
or...
it's fixed now.
All right. Perfect. So, let's see here. What happens at this fight?
I don't remember.
I died a Roshan, looks
Oh,
like.
Sulu got it.
Interesting, interesting.
No, we just kill him again.
You team in mid is fine. Push it out. Nothing wrong with that. Buck split pushing.
We didn't protect
Does-
our wave like 3 times in
yeah.
a row, and he cleared the wave, and we weren't able to do
Yeah.
anything because we were like, ah, fuck.
Fuck things. He does eventually die though.
Yeah, with that, that was my abyssal reveal though. So
That's fine. You know, as long as you get the hero you were looking for, which should be Puck.
yeah, just kind of chasing you guys around the map.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like points like these. So if we have like two very evasive heroes, like Morphling, Puck,
And
for example,
Nature
right?
Prophet for that matter, in terms of being on one
Yeah,
spot,
yeah.
forcing rotation, showing up on the other side of the map.
Yeah. So you guys just want to, just put your feet into the ground and just stay into one place. Where you just put wards there and try to get that wave pushed all the way to just protect it and then eventually go high ground, right?
Yeah,
Or smoke and play some wards and then get a smoke pick off, right?
hmm,
But right now you guys are just doing reaction Dota. You guys are pushing out this one wave and not really playing off of it. So you do have Invoker with bots pushing on bottom wave, right? That's
yeah. I think we have a
ideal.
Rusi no moment here coming up.
Rusi what?
Rusi no, where he dies for no reason, and we all go Rusi no.
I see. I think I do remember this. He did kind of just feed down bottom line, but unfortunate. But yeah, these are like kind of the moments where if you do have so the main idea is that you push top lane, and since you already have control of that area, you just smoke to the other area, place wards there, and they're just gonna most definitely be in that other area, right? Since we can't go here.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just a process of elimination. So if you guys take control of this area, smoke out from here to like here. I don't know. Maybe this high ground plays towards here. Catch one of us out. Go high ground.
I
Buy
think we
back. Rinse
actually,
and
I
repeats.
think we actually do that, and we end up like chasing you guys around in like a four square sort of deal, or if you
Let's
divide the
see
map
here.
into like four quadrants.
It is gonna happen. It's taking a long time, but you guys get out.
Oh, they
Yikes.
bail. I had no TP and I died because of it. I don't know
Yeah.
how I didn't have a TP. I like don't usually make that mistake, not having a TP, but I just don't have one. Break the tether like a noob.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right. Well, game still isn't completely lost, even though you guys do have to expend a buyback. I die, Silo dies. Alright, so this is where it's really important that you guys don't fuck up with the wave situation, right? Because this is gonna be your only win condition of me buying back and then hopefully dying again, right?
Yeah.
So really important that we protect our waves on this one. Like they died. Alright. I guess this is just a team thing, but no one protected the wave, so you guys couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So unfortunate stuff. But what can you do? What can you do?
And then Roche spawns like a minute after, like 30 seconds after we check it.
Yeah. So nothing much you can really do at this point. I'd say have Invoker or Winter Wyvern push bottom out, and you play around the top area for Roshan.
Yeah. I was yelling at Rusi to make the call whether we should fight here or not. And he said fight.
Yeah.
Easy Glimmer Cape.
Like I got Glimmer K got out of there.
Yeah. And then you turned and we all died. With I think Satanic or something.
Yeah. I did indeed have a Satanic.
I think we didn't kill you because we 100% didn't kill you because of the detection there.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
And Pengu's got fucking 5,000 HP and can't die. It's a flush golem.
What happened here? Did we just take ages?
Yeah, you guys went and Roche. We couldn't push into Pingu, so then you guys backed and Roche. Well, I was on dieback. You take Aegis. We have like one more mid hurrah.
Go in, get instantly hex.
Insta hex, there's life 1 down.
Focusing tombstone. Good.
Fucking Sprout Teasy.
The game ended here, right? Why did this game not end?
I think you threw in the fountain, my guy.
Wait, I did. It's like unfortunate, you know, my hero moved towards the fountain, nothing I could do about that.
Yeah.
And I think everything after this game is, you know, not really worth anything.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But main things to summarize about this game. So first things first, you took bottom tier 1, but unnecessary tower hit, so you couldn't rotate the top lane, but that's what you should be doing, and as long as you knew that you should be doing that, it's fine. So you go top, play aggressive, take top tier 1, and then you stay there, right?
Yeah.
Biggest thing that you could have done this game is just
Just
stay there, playing your
control the
feet,
top area.
control the top area. Because you saw how you guys just tried to do it 5 times in a row, and all of those times were just like semi-successful or just a waste of time, right?
Yeah.
And you guys just spent a lot of time doing a whole lot of nothing. Entire game while I just like literally went bottom and just got you guys' racks because you guys didn't decide to do anything. So, playing your feet, just stay top. If you're one of the aggressive heroes that it's never gonna die, then it's really important that we stay top. Oh, what else? I think it's also
It was like the same
I guess
idea.
we already talked to build too.
It was the same idea in the Wraith King game. Even though I'm on a different hero, I gotta go when I'm on Dire. I gotta go to the Radiant safe lane area, control that.
Yeah, carry right now I feel like is pretty one-dimensional, but for the most part, a big difference from what carriers have been doing is they make a lot of more early game rotations to secure these towers, right?
Yeah.
Since there's no shrines, towers mean a lot more, especially tier 1, since
You think in this
that's the only thing.
in this 7.25 or whatever we're in right now?
I think it's gonna be really, really important now. It's like it's because if you realize what these top teams have been doing is they protect their tier 1s and they just ward the river, right?
Yeah.
So they have their own side and then they try to play more heroes on one lane and then hopefully get control of that just by winning team fights, right?
Yeah.
And if the enemy team tries to control another side, they just TP there and fight there, rinse and repeat. But the main idea was, just to keep the map open on their half, as much as they can, and defending the tier 1s as much as they can, because it's so much harder. It's so much harder to defend an area of the map if tier 1 is down, right?
Yeah.
It just becomes that much harder since you can't TP to rotate, and especially since they probably got wards up since you guys didn't decide to do anything. So it's gonna be even more with that. But instead of shrines, we got outposts in the jungle. So I guess that's gonna provide a different dynamic. But like I said, those outposts are really close to the tier 1 tower, so it's still gonna be really decided on who takes the tier 1 first and who, if you guys decide to defend it, right? So that's what you should be playing for as a carry, is defending your own tier 1. And if you won the lane really hard, then you take the bottom tier 1 and then rotate towards mid or top, right?
Yeah.
Whichever is more free. So that's the best thing you can do on carries right now. What else? I think that's about it for these 2 replays. I don't know if you want to go into another replay, just quickly analyze landing stage or whatever, right?
Let me quickly scroll through my games. I don't think so. Maybe in a week or 2 on this new patch.
All right.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to focus on that, like 10 to 20, 10 to 25 minute mark.
Yeah.
Because I think my landing stage has gotten a little bit better. I think it's definitely still weak, but I think the weakest part of my game was the 10 to 25 minute section.
Yeah.
All right, cool beans.